So good evening, everyone. My name is Deepak Bhatt, and I'm working with InfosecTrain since last 3+ years, and I'm working in this field as a cybersecurity consultant and trainer from past 8 years. I'm taking care of cybersecurity certifications for all the verticals. That is for offensive security, for defensive security, and even I'm delivering managerial courses. So if I talk about offensive security, guys, I'm taking care of CND from EC Council, that is Certified Network Defender. I'm taking care of ECIH, that is Incident Handler. CHFI, that is Forensic Investigator. Apart from that, I'm taking care of EDRP, that is Disaster Recovery Professional. I'm taking care of, you can say CTIA, that is Threat Intelligence Analyst. If I talk about CompTIA, guys, from CompTIA, I am taking care of the offensive courses like A+, I'm taking care of N+, I'm taking care of Security Plus. Apart from that, I'm also taking care of the courses like CYSA+. Last year, they have updated that course, and I'm also taking care of Cloud Plus. If I talk about offensive courses, guys, I'm taking care of CEH version 11. I'm taking care of ECSA, LPT, and one more courses have been launched by EC Council last year. That was CPINT. You might have heard about it. If I talk about CompTIA, so again for CompTIA, I'm taking pen test. If I talk about managerial courses, guys, I'm taking care of CISA, CISM, ISO 27001 LA, that is lead auditor, LI, that is lead implementer, and I'm also taking care of very famous certification course with the name CCISO from EC Council. So this is about me, guys, and these are the certifications I have, and these are the clientels all around the world where I have delivered the training. So without wasting time, let's start. So today's webinar agenda is Introduction to Incident Handling and Process, in which we'll be discussing about incident handling, we'll be discussing what is incident handling processes, how incidents are handled inside the organization. Apart from that, we'll also be discussing about incident handling, you can say importance of forensics in incident handling. We'll be discussing about how your cyber threat intelligence nowadays is helping incident handlers in the organization. And also we'll be discussing, guys, that how you're going to manage incident handling. All right. So these are the things that we are going to discuss. So talking about the first thing, guys, let me just explain you with the help of whiteboard. So the first thing I want to ask everyone over here, that what do you mean by incident, guys? We have heard this word several times, right? Incident. So talking about incident, guys, if I will be defining incident, so as simple as I can say is any event that goes wrong is known as an incident. All right. Any event that goes wrong is known as an incident. All right. So we have another term over here, guys, that is event. What do you mean by event? See, anything you are doing with your system, that is known as an event, right? Not only with your system, in your network also, in your organization. Likewise, you as a user connecting to a file sharing. All right, you are receiving a request for a web page. All right, the server is receiving the request for a web page. All right, a user is sending an email, or a firewall is blocking a connection attempt. That all will be coming under an event. But any of these events, if they will be going wrong, guys, all right, they will be having negative consequences. At that time, that particular event is termed as an incident. All right. Now, guys, some example of incident I can give you is an attacker, all right, commands a botnet to send high volume of connection requests, all right, to the web server, causing DDoS attacks. Apart from that, attacker has sent you a phishing email, and in that there is an attachment. After opening that attachment, your system got compromised, and using your computer, the attacker took the access of all the organization. That is again an incident. All right. Apart from that, attacker has stolen some sensitive data about the organization, and now they are forcing organization to pay a ransom. Otherwise, they are going to disclose that confidential information in the public. Have you heard about an attack with the name Ashley Medicine? Anyone heard about this Ashley Medicine hack? Very famous. See, Ashley Medicine was what, guys? It was a dating website. All right. and it was very famous. All the people of all the ages, I must say, all right, they were having account. So what attacker did is they compromised the information or databases and they stole the information. Later on, they asked organization that you need to fulfill our demands. Otherwise, we are going to do what? We are going to put this information live on the internet. The organization didn't pay much attention, guys, at that time. All right. So what attacker did? They choose one lot and they published it over the internet. Again, they went to the organization. They asked the organization. Again, the organization denied. And again, they did what? They posted the whole information, guys. Because of which, lot of people, all right, the image of lot of people got down. All right, that is again an incident. Am I clear? So now talking about incident, guys, in organization, how incidents are handled, all right, how they are responded. It's very important. So I'm going to explain you how incidents are handled and responded in the organization using 9 important steps. All right. So we are going to discuss about those 9 steps in depth over here, and then we'll be discussing about the importance of forensics and other. So talking about incident handling and response, guys, we have the first step is known as preparation phase. All right. After preparation, we have second step that is known as recording. Third step is known as triage. And in triage, we actually do 3 things, guys. That is, first of all, verification is done. After verification, classification is done. After classification, guys, prioritization is done. It means to say that not all incidents are worth responding, all right? It's not like that in the HR department, the mouse is not working, so it will be an incident, all right? It will be reported, but it is or not considered as a severe incident, right? So first of all, you have to do what? Before involving into incident handling, you have to make sure that whether the incident that has been reported is genuine or not. Is it worth responding or not? If it is, then you will be verifying, classifying, and then prioritizing. All right. After that, you'll be doing what? You'll be going for the step that is notification. After notification, we have the step that is containment. After containment comes your forensics. All right. Although forensics processes, forensics is completely different, you can say, domain, guys, but in many of the organizations, we have forensics combined with incident handlers. All right. In forensics, you'll be doing what? You'll try to find out the cause of the incident. All right. You'll do what? You'll try to, you can say, recover and investigate the evidences so that you can catch the culprit and can put him behind the bars, right? Then after forensics, we have what? We have the step that is eradication. And after eradication, we go for recovery. Once everything is done, guys, then we have post incident activities, in which the most important one is lesson learned. And it is also decided that because of which security policy this particular incident occurred. So you need to do what? You will be updating the security policies. One more thing is decided in post-incident activities, guys, that whether to disclose the incident information to media or not. Many of the organization don't do it because it will be affecting the reputation of the organization, all right? Many of the organization do it because they want to share the intelligence with other parties, all right? So talking about the first step, guys, that is preparation. What is preparation, guys? What we do in the first step, preparation? See, in preparation, what you'll be having, guys, we have 2 scenarios over here. If your organization is already having an incident handling team, and if your organization wants to have the incident handling team set up. So the first thing is, if your organization is already mature enough, they are already having incident handling teams. So you will be doing what? In preparation, you will be upgrading the skills of incident handlers. You will be purchasing new tools. You will be, you can say, upgrading your, you can say, labs. All right. And you will be, you can say, updating your policies. All right. If your organization is not having an incident handling team, so at that time you'll be doing what in preparation, you will be, you can say, convincing your higher management. All right, so that they will be approving incident handling team in the organization, because unless and until they'll not be approving, guys, you cannot go further, right? You will be getting the budget from higher management. So once you will be receiving the budget, you will be hiring the team members, you'll be purchasing the tools, you will be setting up the labs, all right, the workstations, and also you will be, you can say, enabling the trainings. All right, that is preparation. After preparation, after your incident handling team has been established, now guys, let's suppose there was a malware incident that occurred. All right, the malware incident occurred in the organization. So that incident will be recorded, it will be informed. All right, a ticket will be generated for that particular incident, and then it will be informed to the incident handlers. All right, now the incident handlers will be coming into picture, and they will coming to the stage that is known as triage. Very important term, triage. All right, even if you'll be going to the interviews and you are going for the post of incident handlers, guys, so the question will be on triage. All right, so what is triage? In triage, guys, first of all, the incident handlers will be verifying that whether the incident that occurred is worth responding or not. Is it a genuine one or not? Where, what is the impact of that incident? All right, what kind of losses the organization are having? Is it just a financial loss, or it includes your reputational loss also, data loss also? Likewise, in Sony hack, Sony Pictures hack, a lot of data was being compromised, right, by the hackers. If you have you can say remember that in 2014. Apart from that, in Heartland hack, what happened? The hackers, they did what? They compromised the POS devices. All right. In you can say recently last year, British Airways was in news. What happened? Hackers did what? They compromised the databases, because of which GDPR imposed a huge fine on British Airways. All right. So these are what, guys? These are the incident. So first of all, you will be verifying that whether the incident is genuine or not, and secondly, you will be verifying that okay, what is the impact. Then, depending upon that, you'll be classifying that incident. All right, depending upon the severity. Is it low? Is it medium? Is it high? Or is it critical? And then you will be doing what? You'll be prioritizing it. That which incident you will be handling first, depending upon the criticality. All right. Now, guys, the incident handlers have gathered all these informations. All right. Now it's time to inform the higher management. All right. Now it's time to inform the stakeholders. Now it's time to inform other departments in the organization. So we have a word over here, guys, that is known as stakeholders.
Yeah.
See, if I will be defining the stakeholders, all right. So stakeholder is our what, guys? Anyone who is getting directly or indirectly influenced by the programs going in the organization are known as stakeholders. If you are getting influenced by any program that is going inside the organization, you will be the stakeholder for that organization. All right. So even the employees of the organizations are stakeholders, guys. All right, in the organization. So notification includes you'll be informing the higher management that this incident has occurred. These are the impacts, these are the consequences, and these will be the remediations. All right. Then you will be informing stakeholders, and also you'll be informing other departments, guys. To other departments, what you'll be informing, you'll be saying that okay, there was a mail, that was a phishing mail containing an malware. All right, so don't open that email, because of that your computer get infected. All right, that is what you will be informed. After notification comes the step that is known as containment. Containment means isolation, guys. If in the organization, out of 50 computers, let's suppose 20 computers have been compromised, all right, they have been infected by a malware. So at that time, I'll be doing what, guys? I will be removing those devices from rest of the network, right? Why? Because I don't want that malware to spread to other devices in the network. Am I correct or not? So you'll be doing what? You'll be containing those, you can say those devices, those infected devices. All right. Then we have next, that is forensics. Now I'll be coming to this forensics topic, all right, just after completing this complete incident handling and response. I will be showing you a mind map. So in forensics, you'll be doing what, guys? You will be collecting the evidences, you'll be gathering the evidences, you will be analyzing those evidences, and then you will be coming to a conclusion. That conclusion you'll be writing in a report. Then there will be an expert witness that will be taking those report and will be going in front of the judge, you can say court of law, in front of judge and jury. He's the person who will be explaining everything, all right, in simple language, not technically, because the judge and jury are not technical people, all right. So he will be explaining the whole scenario to the court of law, and depending upon that, all right, seeing the evidences, the court will be giving the verdict, all right. So that is what, that is forensics, all right. After forensics, we have a step that is known as eradication, right? Now what is eradication? Eradication means, is it like let's suppose your 5 computers have been infected, so you'll be throwing them out? No, right? We will be doing what? We'll be removing the malwares from those devices, and we'll make sure that these systems, all right, are free from the traces of malware now, all right? They are ready to use, all right? So that is eradication. You'll be removing the malware from those devices. Then we have, you can say, recovery, guys. Now what is recovery? Whatever has been lost, all right, from the devices, all right, you will be recovering it back from the databases. But one thing to be remembered, guys, that is, before recovering anything from the database also, you will be making sure that the database is also not infected with the malware, all right. So that is recovery. Once everything is done, guys, then comes your last step, that is post-incident activities. In post-incident activities, what we'll be discussing, guys, we as a team, I will be doing what? I'll be sitting with my team members, and then we'll be having a discussion. All right, I will be listening the opinion of every team member, what kind of challenges they face, what kind of, you can say, things they can do, so that next time they are not going to face these kind of problems. All right, so everything is discussed in simple language. Likewise, in training field, all right, for every training we have a feedback. Similarly, lesson learned, you can consider it as a feedback, all right. And then it will be decided, guys, that whether to update the security policies or not, so that these kind of incident will not be occurring in future. All right, one more thing is decided, not for all organization, guys, yeah, not for all organization, but some of the organization, it will be decided the public relation officer will be doing what? He's the person who will be making sure that the news related to this incident will not be affecting the reputation of the organization, and at the same time the organization is sharing that information so that it can be utilized as intelligence. Because whatever is happening in your organization, guys, all right, using that particular intelligence, other organization can prevent themselves, all right. That is the field of threat intelligence, all right. Gathering the intelligence, all right, making sure, all right, well in advance, all right, about the attack, so that you can do what? You can prevent the attack. All right, one more thing is important in incident handling and response, that is communication, guys. There are two type of communication, that is inbound and out of bound, all right. You can say normal communication, that is going inside the organization before the incident occurred, that is known as normal communication, all right. In most of the organization, during an incident, all right, normal communication channels are avoided. Why? Because the attacker is having the access of the complete network, right? Whatever information you are sharing, all right, from one department to other, so that can be intercepted, that can be collected by the, you can say, attacker. So that's why we use what? We use out of band communication channels to communicate. Am I clear to everyone? Then we have next, that is known as forensics. Now it's again a very important field, guys. So I'm going to show you a mind map. This is a mind map, all right, that I have created, and this is a complete forensics in one picture, guys. All right, complete forensics in one picture. Now what is forensic, guys? So Always remember, incident handling and forensics are what they are reactive approaches. All right, they are reactive. All right, they are known as reactive approaches. All right, whereas your threat intelligence, risk assessment, your you can say penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, threat modeling, they all are proactive. All right, why? Proactive means you are applying those things in the organization so that you can prevent the organization from any kind of incident that can occur. Whereas reactive means an incident has already occurred. All right. How you're getting those IOCs? IOCs are collected using threat intelligence. All right. Threat intelligence basically divided into two categories. That is, it is behavioral. All right. Threat intelligence is of two types. All right. That is behavioral, in which we collect the TTPs. All right. Techniques, and procedures. Whereas threat intelligence, another domain is, you can say, reputation, in which you'll be doing what? You'll be collecting the IOCs. Now we have various kind of IOCs, guys. All right. IOCs can be your IP addresses, it can be your URLs, it can be your hashes, it can be your domain names. All right. So whatever you are collecting, you are using that information to prevent your organization, right? So that is proactive. I hope I'm clear. Then, guys, this forensics, guys, see, it will be coming into the picture when an incident has already occurred. All right. So there are two type of attacks we have: internal and external attack. Internal attacks are generally done by disgruntled employees. We have a particular term for that, that is disgruntled employee. All right. Which means to say that an employee who is not happy with his manager's behavior, who is not happy with the salary, who is not happy with the workload, who is not happy with the politics going inside the organization. Right? So that is what that is internal attackers. All right. And always remember, guys, internal attackers are very, very dangerous. Why? Because it's very difficult to, you can say, you can say, find them out. Just think that in an organization, a person, all right, he's having the access of very sensitive information and he's malicious insider. So you can assume, guys, that how much harm he can do to the organization, right? Then we have external hackers, guys. External means the you can say the adversities. Any hacker, group of hacker, government, non-government agencies that are behind the information resources of your organization, that is known as external hackers. All right. Now, what is forensics, guys? Forensics is physical science to find the truth. And most important thing we do is we have to preserve the evidence. From what? From contamination. All right. So these are the processes of your forensics, guys. That is identification, preservation, extractions, interpretation, documentation, and presentations. All right. That is what, that is your processes. I'll be coming, Swapnil. I'll be coming to that particular topic. All right. I'm not saying IOCs are proactive. I said threat intelligence that you have gathered from those IOCs, that is proactive. I didn't say IOCs are proactive. IOCs cannot be proactive. IOC is something that will be showing you the symptoms. All right. All right. So what actually happened in forensics, guys? Let's suppose a crime happened. All right. So as a first responder, you will be going to the crime scene. All right. The job of first responder is very, very important. He is the person who will be visiting the crime scene very first. He is the person who is responsible to secure the crime scene. He is the person who will be collecting as much evidences as he can. Those evidence later on will be analyzed, and later on it will be used by the forensic guys to come to a conclusion, right? To catch the culprit. So he will be doing what? He'll be identifying the crime scene. Now, many time it happens, guys, that the evidence is in possession with a person, and that person is not ready to share it with the investigation team. So in that case, the forensic guys have to do what? They have to contact the attorney and they have to get a warrant. Now that warrant can be against the whole organization, against a particular room, or any, you can say, car or anything, right? That is warrant. Now, after you have collected the evidence, you will be doing what? You'll be seizing the evidences, all right? And after that, it's again a responsibility of first responder to transport those evidences to the forensic lab. You cannot perform analysis of those evidences at the crime scene. So you will be doing what? You will be transporting them to the forensic lab where the forensic analyst will be doing the analysis. All right, but before transportation, guys, it's again the responsibility of first responder, all right, to document everything, to label the evidences in such a way that they cannot be tampered. All right. Apart from that, we have what, guys? We have a very important term in forensics that is known as bit by bit copies. Very important term. Why we perform bit by bit copies, guys? What is the reason for that? When you will be copying bit by bit, even you will be copying the, you can see the bad sector, the loss clusters, all right, which are very important in forensics. All right. So bit by bit copy is always being done, guys. It's a thumb rule of forensics. Always remember, we do not perform forensics on original evidences. All right. We always do what? We perform forensics on, you can say, bit by bit copy. All right, using various tools. Actually, we have very famous tool with the name FTK Imager. Many of the, you can say, organizations, all right, that is police departments, they use FTK Imager. All right. Then we have one more term that is known as chain of custody. Now, what is chain of custody, guys? See, chain of custody's overall objective is to maintain the integrity of the evidences, the documentation, right? Because your evidence is passing from different people, right? It has been handled by various people, the first responder, then transporters, then your analyst. Now what will happen, guys? At that time it can get corrupted, right? So to prevent the integrity of that evidence, chain of custody is maintained. In chain of custody, everything will be documented. At what time you reached the crime scene, what you saw, what you did, how much evidences you collected, what was the tool you used. Also, it will be written who was the head of that first responder team. Then who was the head of the transporter team. All right. Who was the head of the forensic guys? His that person's designation and signature will be there. All right. So that anything will be corrupted, that person will be caught. All right. Then your evidences are stored. They are analyzed. Depending upon that, a report is generated. That report is submitted in court of law, and depending upon that, the court will be giving the verdict. All right. This is your complete forensic process, guys. Then something about important that is for evidence, guys. That is your evidence should always be complete. It should be admissible in court of law. It should be accurate. If I'm talking about skill injection, so it should be about skill injection. It should not be about DOS attack. All right. Apart from that, it should be authenticated. It means that it should be coming from a reliable source. That source should not be corrupted itself. If it is corrupted, at that time you'll be having what? Your evidence will be discarded by court of law. And then it should be acceptable by court of law. Now, guys, there are various kinds of crimes, digital crimes that occurs. All right, that is, we have identity theft, which is known as impersonation. We have malware attacks, which includes virus, bombs, trojans, ransomwares, rootkits. All right. Then we have cyber stalking, guys. I have mentioned it over here. Cyber stalking. What is it? See, not only following the footstep of the employees, guys, in cyber stalking, why we have included it in the crime? Because people are doing what? They are gathering information about you. That's one thing, all right? If the person is gathering the information about you, that's very good thing. It might be possible that he wants to do friendship with you, he likes you, he can be your fan. But many a times attackers do what? They will be collecting the information about you, and then they will be, you can say, torturing you, right? They will be doing mental harassment. That is the reason the cyber stalking has been included in your, you can say digital attacks. Then we have financial frauds, guys, like your ransomware. All right. Then we have child pornography, having possession of any kind of, you can say materials related to the children, videos or photographs that will be coming under child pornography. Then we have clickjacking. All right, I'm providing you a link. You'll be clicking on that link and you'll be directed to some malicious website. All right, it can be possible from that website a malware will be downloaded onto your system. So that is clickjacking. Then we have extortion of money, software piracy, and email crimes. So all these will be included in your, you can say, digital crimes. All right. Now talking about the evaluation of forensics, guys, we still don't say that forensics has been evolved completely. Forensics is an evolving phase. Right now also it's evolving. All right, it's still evolving. So this is your complete forensic, guys, that we have to discuss. For this forensics, we have what? We have a certification course, all right, with the name CHFI, that is forensic investigator. We are going to start the batch very soon. All right, very soon we are going to, you can say, the class for the CHFI. Then we have next, guys, that is your, you can say, what is the importance of threat intelligence? Now, as I told you guys, threat intelligence is what? Threat intelligence is of two types, that is behavioral and reputational. In behavioral, you'll be getting the information, complete information about the tools, techniques, and procedures that has been used by the attackers. Now, just think over here. Four people are there, they are hackers, all right? Now, one is very pro in performing malware attack, one is pro in performing application attack, one is pro in performing email attacks. Now, in an organization, if an attack is happening, so if there is an incident handling team, all right, and there is also threat intelligence team in the organization. So those threat intelligence will be having the information about those hackers well in advance. What kind of tools they'll be using, what kind of assets they will be compromising, what kind of techniques they'll be using. All right, everything. So depending upon that intelligence, the organization will be preparing itself to remediate those attacks and prevent the organization from any kind of losses. That intelligence can be shared with incident handlers also, guys, because in incident handling, time plays a very important role. Time is very crucial. So well in advance, if you'll be having the intelligence about those you can say attackers, so it will be very easy for you to respond to those incidents, right, and prevent the organization. That is why you can say threat intelligence is playing a very crucial role in your forensics. Then we have what is the role of management, guys. So incident management do what? Management programs, they do what? They will be setting and tracking the goals for the incident programs. They will be performing ongoing assessment of the programs to check the effectiveness. And also they are the people who will be providing personal trainings on requirements and procedures. That is why we include incident management, all right, incident handling management. So this is what we have to discuss, guys. All right. Let me take you through the slides now. All right, that what we have discussed. Talking about InfosecTrain, it was established in 2016, guys, and since then it's providing all the certifications related to cybersecurity for all the verticals, whether it be offensive, whether it be defensive, whether it be managerial. Apart from that, it's also providing customized courses depending upon the demand of the participants. All right, these are the, you can say, the some endorsements, all right, and these are the clientels all around the world. All right, so talking about the agenda, I told you we discussed about incident handling, we discussed about the process of incident handling and response, we discussed about forensics and why forensics is important in incident handling. Apart from that, what is the benefit of incident handling team in the organization, and how you are going to integrate cyber threat intelligence with incident response processes. And at last, we discussed about incident response management, guys. All right. One thing I want to explain you, I want to tell you guys related to the ECIH certification. All right. There is a very famous certification that has been introduced by EC Council, that is ECIH version 2. That is EC Council Certified Incident Handler version 2. All right. And I guess from 3rd of May, we are going to start the classes. So there is one very good offer. All right. That is for you guys, those who are attending this webinar. Any one of you who is going to, you can say, register today itself, you'll be getting 10% of discount. All right. I have shared the details of the person. You can please note it down. All right, you can get contacted with this particular person and you'll be getting the discounted offer. All right, the batch is getting started from 3rd May. And let me explain you what are the contents we'll be discussing, guys. In incident handling, we'll be discussing what is incident handling, what is incident handling process, what is forensics, and then we will be going directly into the depth of malware incidents, email incidents, all right, cloud incidents, web application incident, network incidents, and also we'll be discussing about how we are going to detect malicious insiders inside the organization. These are your, we can say, the topics that are covered in incident handling course. It's 24 hours course, all right. It's a 24 hours course, guys. And one more thing I want to explain, that is in examination, you'll be getting 100 questions. You'll be getting 3 hours to complete the, you can say, the exam, and the passing percentage is 70%. All right. So this is what we have to discuss, guys. Yeah, surely, Gaurav, you'll be getting the copy. If I will be saying, you should be having the basic knowledge of cybersecurity. And if you are already working in the field of forensics or incident handling team, then this course is perfectly for you. But even if you are having the basic certification knowledge like CEH, then also you can go for this course, that is ECIH, that is incident handling. All right, because in this what you'll be doing, you will be getting the information about the attacks, right? What you'll be handling, you'll be handling the attacks, and that attacks knowledge has already been given in the previous courses like CEH, like ECSA. Getting my point? So you can, after going for those courses, you can directly enroll for this course, right? Yeah. So this is what we have to discuss, guys. I hope all of you enjoyed the session. So we'll be coming again with, you can say, some more, you can say, sessions on cybersecurity. So stay tuned and please take care of yourself, guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care, guys.